My name is Barry Siegel, and you spell it Barrysegal. And I had the opportunity to meet Ricardo. It was at a picnic for international students down on the lake, and somehow he needed a ride home, and I said, "Oh, well, I'll give you a ride home." And so the car ride was my first introduction to Ricardo. I didn't know what he did, and then we talked about his. I think it was at the point he told me he was a Fulbright scholar, and that he was from Panama. And then we talked a little bit more, and I told him I was in the construction business, had some design skills. And then he told me he was an architect back in Panama, and it was pretty impressive that he was working on the Panama Canal, and I thought I got a charge out of that, and that he spent a lot of his adult life as an architect on the Panama Canal. And we talked a little bit more, and I gave him a ride home, and I said, well, if you ever need somebody to talk to, or you just want to hang out with somebody, give me a call. And Ricardo's the kind of person that will call you if you tell him to call you. And so he called me, and I said, well, I'm working on a particular project, and would you like to come see? We're building a garage downtown, a two-story garage. We call it the Garage Mahal because it was such a fancy garage. And he came down, and we showed him around. He took some pictures. We helped us out a little bit. But the best time was when we were just... I was going to drop him off after being with him for the day, and I got a phone call from, almost an emergency phone call from a woman, Linda Fox, who had some water damage from her house from a flood. We've had a lot of water problems here this year. And I said, come on, we'll go take a look, because it was a basement. And I figured Ricardo knew about concrete from being an architect on the Panama Canal and water and concrete. And it was really interesting because he was able to look at the problem and make recommendations on the type of bonding agents to use, the type of sealers to use, type of crack fill to use, and the procedure for fixing the problem. So that was really a neat experience for me and for him that we were able to share like that. And then, but Ricardo has really become enthralled with the green building process, and he's so enthusiastic about it. I can't even keep up with him in his enthusiasm. He seems to really gravitate, and this is where I've been able to help him, is find the people here in Ithaca that do the green building, and try to hook him up with some architects that are lead, I guess, has some sort of certification for green building, and then again, happenstance or serendipitously, he was able to make a connection with some people at Ithaca College with their green building through a contact that I told him to call. So I'm glad I've been able to assist him in his endeavors with not only just experiencing some local contractors doing some local work, but also meeting with some experts in the green building field, because the enthusiasm and the knowledge that he wants to gain is far surpasses anything that I've obtained. So that's really exciting to watch him grow in that area.